everybody. How are you? Just gonna ring the bell. How's everybody doing today? Oh, one more. So I had a few minutes before I have to go run some errands and then feed the dogs. They're anxiously awaiting for their dinner. So I wanted to show you all the feather that I found this morning. I've been finding feathers. I found 4 different feathers like in 1 week. I'm just looking over there because the Rottweiler is grabbing his sister's leg. Bruce! Stop it. Anyway, so I found 4 feathers. The first one that I found was it was a little woodpecker feather. Don't hit her in the face. So both of these dogs are Aquarians. They're both Aquarians, and they were born a few years apart. And I dog sit for them. So I've been here like over a week. This is like a longer stay for me, like 2 weeks. Hello. So anyway, they're so funny. And, you know, on that Aquarius full moon, the Rottweiler was like completely freaking out. Like I was telling his real mommy, I'm like their dog mommy. But that he was like, he really felt that moon because he's an Aquarius. So is she. She's an Australian Shepherd. I think she's just kind of more mellow than him. But anyway, so it was kind of funny. But anyway, I've been finding these feathers on this property, and I really don't usually find feathers on this property. I've been coming here like almost 2 years, and I'm like about a mile from my house here. But anyway, I found this little woodpecker feather, which always means opportunities knocking. It's like a knock, like, you know, because woodpeckers are always like making noise on the wood, on the trees. So, and then I found this raven feather, this huge raven feather, right? So that's a sign of omens and can even be a warning in some regards. And then I found like this little dove feather, like a mourning dove. And then this morning I found a hawk feather. So that's pretty exciting. And, you know, I've been working with all of these Egyptian themed decks this month because of Lionsgate. And there's a lot of messages in here from Horus. So the hawk always reminds me of Horus, right? And it's like having a higher perspective, but not as high as the eagle. But I've had a hawk on my totem like my whole life. So usually they speak about protection. So I'm just passing along my angel messages to you because, you know, that's 4 feathers, and I always associate like 4 and 44 with the angelics, as well as the 11. So, you know, when feathers appear, the angels are near. So anyway, I wanted to come on and get a few messages for everybody, for whomever wants a message for the day. And I've got the Atlantis Oracle, the Isis Oracle. I've got the Dark Moon Astrology cards. And I've got my Tarot Nefertari, so we'll probably pull from that. I also pulled out the Sufi Wisdom Oracle, and then I have the Galactic Heritage cards and the Starman Tarot because, yeah, so, all right. Let's see what we have. I'm going to start with some astrology messages. So this will be like for your weekends. Thursday to Sunday. Maybe I'll come back on and do a live on Sunday. I think I'll have some free time on Sunday. So I'll come back on Sunday, maybe do a Sunday live for all of you. And yeah, I've just been busy with my YouTube readings and lots of playtime with the puppies here. All right, so we're gonna cut it here. All right, so we're getting Libra with I balance. And that's where the South Node is at. The South Node of the Moon being in Libra right now. So I feel right now this is a time of a lot of karmic completions. And with Libra being on the South Node, it is where, you know, this is the energy of the past that's coming in. And before you know it, we're going to be in Libra season. I mean, it's so crazy, right? And with that, we're getting, you know, it's interesting. I just did Capricorn's reading and this card came out for Capricorn. So if any of you have strong Capricorn placements, but also Pluto at the last degrees of Capricorn, this is the void, of course, missing. So that's an interesting energy. You know, the moon like revolves around the earth so fast that when the moon is in between signs, it goes void, of course. And that's generally a time where, like, I mean, you can't really plan for these things all the time. If you have an astrology planner, you kind of can. But it's where, like, during that void of course moon, when the moon is kind of in between signs, it could last for a half an hour or it could last for like 5 hours, is where it's like the energies feel a little wonky, a little bit weird, and you're not kind of guided to make like serious decisions, because it's kind of like the moon is in a void. She's in a void, and the moon represents, you know, the emotions. The moon represents the subconscious, even fears. I'm just noticing my mood ring just turned totally purple during this. So it's something about things from the past, and like I was talking about these karmic completions and working through some karma, like it's almost like we're in that void of like being between the old and the new, right? And also because this came out in the Capricorn reading that like I just finished, and Pluto being retrograde back again in those last degrees of Capricorn until January, it is like that being in between the past and the future, which would be the present. So I feel like that's a message too, is to try to be really present right now, present with our bodies, right? The North Node of Aries, it's the self. So the first house is also the body. And Pisces, which I believe. So right now we have this full, this moon in Pisces. As I'm filming this, the moon moved into Pisces, I believe, last night around 8 o'clock here. You know what's so interesting is that I actually felt the moon shift. Like I felt it. I was watching a show last night. I did my Saturn master class is every Wednesday night on High Vibe TV. I'm in this, the 4th episode of the Saturn master class, the 4 out of 8 or 10. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take a break, you know, and I'm just going to watch a show. And I got like really teared up. So then I went over to my Llewellyn calendar and I just opened up my calendar and I was like, oh my God, the moon just moved into Pisces. So that was interesting, that shift from Aquarius, the full moon in Aquarius, right over to Pisces. So I love this, you know, with this Piscean moon that we have for the next few days. It's the 12th house, which is very spiritual. Whenever the Pisces moon comes in, it is a spiritual energy. It can be where there's a lot of emotions. It can be like a heightened emotional state. So that's why I was feeling like, come home to your body. That's a message that I got today. Come home to your body. I feel, again, with this balancing energy, hi Jude, there's a lot of stuff that it's like emotional balance, and where, I don't know, and for some people might go missing, like not literally, but it's where, and I forget who got that message today in my YouTube readings, but I said to one of the signs, you know, it's okay if you go missing a little bit this month. You don't have to always be available. Hi, Jude. You don't have to always be available for everybody all the time. It's okay to go missing for a few hours. Like the moon goes void, of course, maybe for an hour to 5 hours. Like that's okay. You don't have to be connected all the time. The Piscean energy goes into some of the invisible realms. It's the unseen. So I feel this is also the balance between you know, how you show up in your relationships, Libra, how you show up in your relationships versus how you show up just kind of like for yourself. I'm loving how I match this, and I'm loving how my ring matches this for this Pisces moon that we're in right now. So it's okay. You're allowed to kind of like disconnect and go missing. Hi, Damien. So anyway, let's pull some tarot. I'm going to use the Egyptian deck. And then if anybody wants a card pulled for them, I can do that for you as well. So let's see what else we have. Sacred G, I definitely want to talk to you because I want to find out how your adventure was, how your journey was. I think you had a few journeys. So All right, yeah, so the moon is coming out, right? And we're getting like this void of course moon with missing, and we're also getting Pisces, and this is a card of Pisces Cancer, and we're in a Pisces moon right now. This has a very sort of dreamy quality to it. Meditation might be really on point right now, journeying of any kind. But there's still a connection to the body, because I'm definitely feeling the body energy right now, for everyone. I'm going to turn these around so that you can see them. But I love how the moon is coming in. And you know, this month we have a blue moon in Pisces. So the last day of the month, we have that blue moon in Pisces, and we just had a full moon in Aquarius. So this is a month of a blue moon, which is so interesting that the moon is coming out, because I think the lunar energy is like extra important this month, even though, and we're in Leo season. So that's the solar energy. But if you look at the solar system, it's kind of like Leo and Cancer. They're kind of like the king and the queen of the solar system, the sun and the moon. All right, so let's see where we go with this. Two of Swords, that's moon in Libra. Interesting. Two of Swords is a moon in Libra card. We're seeing Libra, we're seeing the moon. So maybe a bit of a blockage. And this is where sometimes we need that blindfold because we need to go within. So maybe there's some things right now that are conflicting or that you're unsure about. With the Six of Wands, and this is Leo energy. And the Queen of Wands, beautiful. I love this. So success and recognition. Okay, so that's a thing with this Venus retrograde in Leo. Because it's testing us. And with a Venus retrograde in Leo, it's where one of the detriments to it is that we may not feel seen or recognized by people inside of situations, because this is recognition. And the Queen of Wands is that Aries Leo energy, and she's very outgoing. She's like, she shines. She's a light bringer. She shines. And maybe for some people, it's like where to take your shine. Where do you bring your sparkle to? Because at the bottom, I'm seeing the Seven of Pentacles, and that's where we have to have patience with things. This may not be a time for like instant success or instant victory. It's a time that's calling for us to have patience. And that's why I was feeling like it's like this void of course missing. So it's just kind of like being chill within that and just kind of relaxing, like do your stuff, you know, do the things, but not necessarily expecting like an instant return. We're seeing the Knave of Wands, which is a Page of Wands. So the Queen of Wands with the Page of Wands, I feel like it's like doing things for you, like doing things that make you feel inspired right now because they're making you feel inspired, because they light you up inside, because they feel good. And that's why I was going back to the body about like, how is something making your body feel? The body is like, has a lot of messages for us right now. And also the intuition, because here, this is moon in Libra, where it can be like an analysis paralysis. And I feel that with this lunar energy really coming in, there's a dreamlike quality to all of it. So like water and fire, and that's alchemy. So do what makes you feel inspired right now, but don't expect any instant returns. Okay, especially like we have all of these retrogrades. It may be where we really, it's a test of patience. It's a test of strength even. Let's get a few more messages with regards to that. Interesting. So we're getting the King of Swords with the Tower. We just had an Aquarius full moon. So I'm wondering if some people out there had some like big revelations, some things that kind of happened around this full moon in Aquarius that felt a bit shocking. It's like something shocking happens. Like I was saying, the dog here, now he's sleeping. But he was like freaking out during that full moon, and he's an Aquarius. This just fell on the floor. Yeah, so I was talking about like kind of being in between, in a transition. It's like this void of course, right? So where is the course? It's like setting sail, but not quite knowing where we're going and having to just surrender to that mystery. Because the moon also talks about being able to surrender into some of the mystery and not have all of the answers. They're going to come eventually, but maybe things that are deconstructing at this point, things that are falling away. The King of Swords is, oh, sorry. Wow, that's funny. The Ten of Wands came out too. It's almost like you sometimes you can't just sit here. This is the Ten of Wands and hold up that tower. Sometimes it needs to fall. So this is not resisting change. And the King of Swords, Aquarius energy, he's calm, cool, and collected through all of this. Like, he's just like, cool, like whatever, you know, and we're also getting the Queen of Cups. So it may be around things that we really love and we're trying to hold something up, but it just needs to fall because there's something around it that's broken. And these can even be things that are more serious. They can sort of bring you to your knees. So now, like, it's getting serious here, you know? And this is Saturn and Pisces here. And we're seeing Pisces with I believe. So we're all being tested. Everyone is being tested in some way here. So have this faith, you know, gosh, there's a song that's, oh my God, you know what song I'm hearing? I'm hearing a song from Miss Saigon where she sings I Still Believe. Does anyone know that song where she's like, but still, I still believe? I used to love that. I loved Miss Saigon. Anyway, so, you know, yeah, these may be some painful times for some people. Not gonna lie here. That took a turn, you know, with the Tower and then the Ten of Wands. But it's like, these are the times that bring us our greatest strength. And it is a test of strength. It's a test of courage to see, you know, what we can let fall away. And there may be, I don't know, I'm not seeing the death energy or like where we're mourning. I'm not seeing the Five of Cups here. In fact, I'm seeing, well, yep, there's the death. I'm seeing the King of Wands at the bottom. And it's like, you know, with the King of Wands, we're seeing the Queen of Wands. It is a Venus retrograde, so this has to do with relationships. We saw the Libra card come out. That has to do with relationships. But it doesn't mean that your relationship is falling apart. But, you know, again, it's like having this strength, this test. The King of Wands, like, you know, he's in his mastery. So we're seeing King of Wands, King of Swords. This is Leo Aquarius. We just had that Aquarius full moon. It's Leo season. So this is mastery here. Like, these guys they're chill. Like, they know that everything's going to be okay. You know, the King of Wands is going to have that fire in his belly that can't be put out for anything. So there's definitely something about leadership in here, and truth with the King of Swords, leadership and truth, and the death energy. So yeah, there are endings that are happening right now. There really are. But these endings are coming in to balance something in our life, ultimately. So let's see, like, where this is all headed. Where is this all going? I'm going to get a couple more tarot cards, and then I think I'll just pull a few oracle cards. Like, where is this all going? Bottom of the deck is Mercury with the mind. So with this, you see the glyph of Mercury there? It's like the same glyph as Venus, but it has these little antennas. So have your antennas up. Like, put your antennas out right now, okay? Because you're receiving information. This is Hermes, and Mercury is Hermes, and it's interesting because Mercury is hermetic. It doesn't necessarily see good or evil. You know, it sits in the center. So that's a message too. Like, I know that there's light and shadow, and so Hermes kind of sits in the center of the light and the shadow. Put your antennas up, because that's the messenger right there. And in this deck, we do see Thoth or Thoth, right? So yeah, it's like, because that's like the halls of Amenti kind of stuff, and like the records, the record keeping. And with that south node, wow, I was asking like, what is this leading to? And we're getting justice. So there you have it. And there's Thoth again with Isis. So here it is. Where is this leading? It's leading to balance. It's balancing the scales. So this is like a karmic justice with Libra at the south node. Whatever is falling, whatever proverbial towers are falling right now, whatever cycles are ending, whatever's coming to an end, be good with it. I know that that's really hard. That can be a hard pill to swallow. But it's going to be creating balance in your life. And for some of you, if these are around things that like there's actual contracts involved with this, whether it's like jobs, clients, money, housing, properties, all of that, it's going to be favorable. So this is talking about favorable outcomes here, which I really love. So, all right, let's see what else we have. I'm not going to pull any cards for anybody right now because I actually have to go in a few minutes, but maybe on Sunday, I can do some live readings for you all on Sunday because I think I have time on Sunday. All right, so where is this all leading? Again, we're being asked to have patience. And with the Seven of Pentacles there at the bottom, this is Virgo. And it is that mercurial energy. Mercury's in Virgo and is going to go retrograde. So yeah, I mean, that's why the reflection is important. I think that's why like quieter spiritual time is important. Your spiritual practices are important with the Pisces kind of Virgo axis. Oh, wow, you guys, there's a hummingbird that was like right up against the window right over there. So it's also like, don't forget to enjoy the sweetness of life with the hummingbird totem coming out. The hummingbirds, if you slow down their wing pattern, it flies in the figure of a lemniscate or the infinity symbol. So it does talk about these repeating cycles, the loop of infinity. A lot of this, it's past stuff, it's past life stuff. And these are cycles that are coming to a head so that they can complete. And it's also saying, even with the Eight of Cups, so like this death energy and this tower that we're seeing here, these are cards of transformation. These are things that are going to transform our lives. But with the Eight of Cups, the hummingbird just reminded me of this. These are some things that we can return back to. Because again, it's that infinity where there are things that sometimes we can return back to. So for now, there's sort of this ending, deconstruction of some things, transformation around things, and we may be returning back to some of them at a later date to see what has been rebirthed inside of it, what has been learned. The eights go back to self-mastery, so they're also about lessons. So you know what I mean? I don't know if that's resonating for you guys, but yeah, I feel like with all of these retrogrades and for the whole year, everybody's going through it. Everyone, every single person is going through this in some way, shape, or form with all these retrogrades. And then, Capricorn season, I feel that's when there's going to be a lot of deeper revelations in January, at the end of Capricorn season when Pluto moves back into Aquarius. Yes, look at this. I asked, where is it all leading? And that's why this Pisces card of believe came out. Okay? Believe, because it's leading to the Ten of Cups. So justice with the Ten of Cups. And there it is right there. There it is right there. So have patience with yourself. Give yourself grace. Have patience with the process. Wow. What came after that was the Two of Cups. So we have the Ten of Cups with the Two of Cups and justice. Yes, you guys, this is leading, it's love. It's love. So around relationships, just let the stuff happen around your life, whatever it is. Have faith. Do not stop believing. Now I'm hearing journey, don't stop believing. Oh, good Lord. Anyway, don't stop believing, okay? Because this is a beautiful, beautiful energy, but it's going to take some time. And it also may be, we have to take responsibility. for like the little things that we do, the little things we do. Virgo energy is very much about self-care, prioritizing our self-care. It's our routine, that there's also magic in the mundane. Like this, it's not like everything just has to pop off and be like something so spectacular. It's finding magic in the mundane. Like, I'm here with these dogs. We have such a magical time together. We just like stroll around the property. It's so beautiful. I'm finding feathers, you know, there's hummingbirds at the window. Like, it's just that energy, you know. Make yourself a beautiful meal. That's Virgo. Clean something out. Do some dusting. I know that sounds lame, but that's where you're gonna clear energy. You're gonna make space for new things. I know some of you work out in the garden. Some of you are into like your holistic health and healing. So keep doing that. That's where you're gonna find the beauty. And yes, I knew we needed this deck. So we're getting Soul Group. And that's that 10 of Cups with the 2 of Cups and the Justice. So this is a beautiful energy, and there's actually 8 of them because I counted them earlier, because this came out in a few of my YouTube readings. So it's like all of the chakras here, and it says Atlantis Miracle Mission. That's beautiful. So the Soul Group being there, let's just take off the top. This is 10 of Cups and this is 2 of Cups. Spirit is so good. Like, Spirit is so good. So this is the Piscean energy, the mermaid and the merman, you know. This is the 10 of Cups. This is the 2 of Cups. And this says mythical memory, mystical message. So if you're in a relationship, then this is like a confirmation for you, like that this is perhaps what that is. If it doesn't feel like it, you know, maybe not making any rash decisions right now, but take some time to reflect. If you're single, I mean, for singles here, this is all about bringing in our team. I'm trying to get away from the word tribe, because if you know human design, we've been in that age of planning and we're moving into a different age. I forget what it's called. But we're moving out of the age of planning, and the age of planning in human design has been about tribal stuff. Not that the tribal stuff is bad, but it's where like we're actually moving away from that. So I'm trying to be very mindful with my words. It's not about a tribe, because that infers that like, I don't know, that you're like kind of fighting against other tribes, if you will. So this is like the team. It's the team, really, a team of souls that you've incarnated with, have yet to meet some of them. So this year, I keep saying it's for the rest of the year, you know, allow things to gracefully come and go, allow the energies to flow. That's Piscean, that flow. And, but also have the magic in the mundane, do the things. Your routine is very important. I've been like really being much more disciplined about my routine, you know, and sticking to it. And just like, if I have to make a list, and being disciplined, also to be disciplined in that. So it's the Virgo Pisces axis, really, which in astrology, the Virgo Pisces axis is actually the most difficult to master. Like, look it up, because Pisces is 12th house, and that's the completion, and it's the house of our undoing. And, you know, and then the 6th house is the daily routine and all of that. So it's the physical and the spiritual and the blending of those two. But yeah, this is the outcome. So I don't even know that we need any more cards. This is beautiful. So going back to Mercury, with the Hermeticism and Hermes, even Archangel Gabriel, we're seeing the caduceus. It's a 22, and it says ancient medicine in your cells is calling. So this is like soul memory from deep within your soul about how to heal yourself on a cellular level. And that's huge. And this is also the Kundalini. So with the death card that we saw, some of this may be an ego death for some. It's a mini dark night of the soul, but I don't think it's like that every day at all. But maybe there's moments, and it's a healing journey. And for some people, through meditation, you may be like actually feeling because we're seeing the chakras, right, with all depicted with all of these beings and people here together. So yeah, the body work, the spiritual work, all of it, it's all connected. So those were the messages, you guys. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to take a sip. Excuse me. So anyway, I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Brucey, you want to come say hi? Can you come up here? Oh, you can kind of see his head here. This is Bruce. He's such a good boy. I love him so much. He's my buddy. I love him. He's my protector. And this is Indy. Let me see if I can get her up here. Let's see if I can get them both up here. Let me move the cards up. Come here, guys. Come on up. Come on up here. Come on. Okay, fine. I'll just give you both a treat. Anyway, you guys, so I love you. And also with the Virgo energy, that's pets. So the 6th house is the house of pets. So I think that pets are really helpful. Hello, Foraging Mama. I'm just finishing up here. Anyway, I think I'm going to take them out for a couple of minutes. It's pretty hot here today, so we've been playing mostly in the morning and in the evening is when we've been having most of our playtime. And during the day, I just kind of do my thing. They do their thing. They've been sleeping a lot during the day, but they're just, pets are so good. And the animals, they just love us so much, you know. So that's a nice place to connect, you know, if you need that, you're going through some hard times, whatever you're going through, the pets are really important. Even if your pets are your plants, you know, like even if your pets are your plants that you have or whatever, your crystals, you could have a pet rock, you know, who cares? So anyway, I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I will see you all soon. Bye. Namaste.